It's Bronze Day here in Spa for the third and final time this week. We are here at historic Belgium then for round 12 of the championship, and things are getting tense and very tasty in the championship as well, which I absolutely love to see. Hello everyone, welcome along now. I all hope you've had a lovely Tuesday. But before we get into well, tonight it's a sprint course like we've had in silver and gold format, exactly the same as it was in the last 2 days. Unfortunately, we have still got multiplayer cars. There has been a patch, but the admins have not had a chance to test it. So it's best to be safe than sorry. It probably wouldn't have been a problem, but of course the admins do a superb job not to listen to all the gumph that goes on the old interweb. So hello everyone, welcome along, and let's get go for before we get the action starts out on track. Let's talk about how things are looking in the championships, as it is getting very tasty indeed. As I mentioned on top of the broadcast, it is New Potato. 34 points in front of Vessia. Brilliant performance last time out for Vessia. However, of course, Winnie was the main man last week, wasn't he? We'll talk about that in just a jiffy, because that race is going to stay with me until the end of time. It is a brilliant race. It really was indeed. Dr. True Pot's a horror show in Hungary. He's down to third. TK in fourth position. Slayer is skiving tonight. I think he's on holiday, isn't he? Kiki in sixth position there on 69 points. Nice. But more importantly for Kiki is the fact that in the last three races, he's been on the podium 3 times. Hit an incredible turn of form. Mushroom in seventh, 4 points in front of his teammate Brooksy in eighth. Dynamo Dan's gone MIA in ninth, and that's allowed his teammate Marsky to now be a point adrift of him. Winnie's incredible win last time out has moved him up to 11th in the standings there, with Styles and Smithy Almighty dropped down to 12th and 13th. Who's that coming out of the pits? 14th is Vintage on 13 points. 12th for Alibi. Duncan Dave on 11 points there. Sick as Muck on 5. Itemizer on 4. He won this event last season. Then no points there for Scuba Stew or Swan Shacks. Constructors Championship Ferrari's advantage has gone down ever so slightly. They've now got 65 point gap over Red Bull. Alpine are in third position, and they're 3 points away from the Red Bull team. Alpine are, as they slipped down to third in the constructors last time out. Mercedes are in fourth on 142 points, 133 points for the Williams team, 9 points away from the Mercedes. Alfa Romeo on 122, 20 points away from the Alfa Romeo. It's the Haas team in seventh. Alpha Tari in eighth. McLaren in ninth position, and Aston Martin is in 10th position now. That is the drivers and the constructors as it stands at the moment. Any milestones tonight? I hear you, Asa. We do have a 30th Grand Prix start for Duncan Dave, but I don't think he's here tonight. But a 30th Grand Prix start for... Is he in the lobby? Yes, he is, for Sick as Muck there. Happy 30th birthday to Sick as Muck. Fantastic indeed. Right, I've done all my bits now. So the question that I've got on my mind then is we roll into tonight's event. So of course, it's a sprint event now, and the question that I have got on my mind, and I'm sure that all you fans at home have got on your mind as well. Nude Potato, he had a DNF last time out in Belgium. How is he going to respond to that? Styles is out of qualifying. How is he going to respond there? With Vessier getting 18 points last time out then. And of course that is exactly what Vessier needed then. Marsky then up into 9th or 10th in the championship now. So he is starting to go on to a nice run of form, Marsky, as he goes into last source and out of last source, and away he goes. But that is the question on my mind. How is New Potato going to respond then in this race tonight there to go through Rouge and Rally on there? And look at that, DRS on the Camel Straight there. There he is, as he comes across the Camel Straight as well. Action galore on this straight over the past 2 nights, and I'm expecting some of the same here tonight. To the top of Lakon. Of course, also we have got another DRS straight going down into turn 1 over the start finish straight as well. Marsky, who's just tackling turn 8 there by the looks of things. So yes, New Potato. Only had 2 retirements this season. Vessier's only had 1, but Vessier has had a couple of disappointing results up until last week's great second position there, of course. The week before Britain, he only got 7th position there. He got 5th the week week before that, and then of course before that he did win in Spain then, but of course he had double DNF last time where he raced in a sprint event, which was in Austria. So Vesio then has got to get himself back on that horse. Dr. True Potts there, only 2 points last time out in Hungary. I think he would be happy, well, I'm not sure if he'd be happy or not, those 2 points, and he did salvage that race in the end, or just about, well, he kept going, really, didn't he? Dr. True Potts did. But he did lose second in the championship, but he is still in the fight, isn't he? Certainly is, and of course, we're only just over half distance in the championship. Believe it or not, it feels like we've been going forever in it. Knowlesy, who is over in Morocco at the moment. Good luck, Bronze, and of course Knowlesy is the head steward of Bronze, and he's just making sure that the troops are being well behaved, Ben. Well, you're very well behaved at the moment, but having said that, you've only just started. TK has gone fast, and TK in fourth in the championship, fastest so far in the beautiful blue Williams there. Hopefully it's the last time we use multiplayer cards. I'm not a fan of multiplayer cards unless, of course, that we are using multiplayer cards in an event league or something like that. Happy Furchip there to stick us back there, who is currently second fastest runner in the Aston Martin car. He's got a gold and black car tonight, so it looks more like a Lotus maybe rather than an Aston Martin, but hey, nevertheless it's still quite a nice car, isn't it? Kiki on a rich run of form. Kiki is there in the Alpha Tari. Of course, Kiki 3 podiums in the last 3 races there for Kiki. Of course, we was asking him about if he can get a Grand Prix win, and it is certainly going to be Aiden, but it may have to, things may have to fall into place there for Kiki. Here's Vesio, and of course, he took 18 points. Oh, he's lost the wing there, hasn't he, there, Vesio hasn't, so he's going to have to come back into the pits, unfortunately, for Vesio. That is not good at all for the Red Bull driver. He, of course, he needed another good weekend there. He needed to outscore New Potato, who has been on a rich run of form. Then ALR Bronze movement, then hashtag cheers, Nosey. Then I have to retire from the session as I got to do the quality ban now, as movement has been a very naughty ninja, hasn't it? Into the pits comes a Vesio. Not surprised by that because there's a bit of damage on the car. Jay Higgs there just coming out of Stavolo. I think that's Stavolo, isn't it? There. Or is that not called Stavolo anymore? I really need to do some more research, don't I, really? Right, where am I? Hiya, Sean, sounding beautiful as ever, haha. If only I did that with this old farmer voice, I know, but of course you can tell I'm definitely from the sticks. I'm in my treehouse tonight there, and luckily that storm, I can't know what the storm's called now, but in there like a storm coming our way, so we're going to be very blustery. It was very wet in Gloucester earlier on. I actually fell over. I need to get some new shoes, to be honest, there, because every time it rains, there's those very slippery pavement thingy-majigs, well, slabs kind of thing, and I've got no grips on the bottom of my shoes at the moment. I keep falling over every time it rains. Perhaps I should have invested some new ones, but I'm quite tight, you see. Unless there's a hole in the bottom of them, I'm going to probably not buy any more shoes. Here's New Potato. Now, here is the championship leader, the first ever champion of bronze. He needs to get himself back going, and of course he has still got quite a handsome advantage in the championship of 34 points. So still, whatever happens here tonight for New Potato, he will still lead the championship, but it's going to get more and more uncomfortable if he has another DNF. He's only had 2 this season now, and maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill for the Ferrari driver, but he certainly does not want another retirement here tonight. Oh, imagine only having 19 drivers there, as Luke is the driver missing there. He has not done his update. Naughty young man indeed. That I think Luke's off to Australia soon, isn't he? There? So make the most of Luke. I don't think I think that Luke will be able to race next week as well in F2. But after that, I think that then Luke will be enjoying himself in Australia, and I hope he has a very good time there. Where am I? As Goku is asking why he's not joining, why Luke can't join the moment. If I pick my setup, then retire from the session, does I keep my setup? Setup if I've chosen, haha. Yes, indeed. Then heard Mushroom was in the lobby, and I do want to be taken out by a dirty driver. Goodness gracious me. New Potato, 10% quicker than TK, has gone fastest at the moment, and Kaz has joined the session now. I didn't even know. I thought that Kaz just retired from the session. New Potato does have 4 pole positions at the moment there, doesn't he? Joint highest with Dr. Truepot also on 4 as well, with TK currently on 1, believe it or not. And TK's usually one of the quickest drivers in a single lap in bronze, but it's been New Potato and Dr. Truepots with 8 pole positions shared, 4 apiece between them this season. And New Potato very much is going to be happy with starting first, or is he? That is the question. Is he going to be happy starting first? And after seeing the events of over the past couple of days, and pole position has not certainly been the best position to be in, has it? We have also, now wait on my patch to finish that. I understood that, I understand then, Mushroom is a dirty driver. Ted Tango saying, Sean, I hope, even Sean, I hope I provide some tips, but we'll see. Here comes Ted Tango moving and saying, laugh out loud. Of course, Mushroom and me was furiously writing notes last night about Tango's intuition there, and we'll soon find out if I've been listening when it comes to the sprint and the Grand Prix itself. But I gotta say, I must say I'm pretty poor at listening, to be fair. I kind of learned by doing. Is it still kinetic learner? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they learn these days. Mushroom going full fastest there, and of course out in qualifying as well. Mushroom is good heavens above. We don't normally see a fast Mushroom in qualifying, but we have here tonight. Maybe. Is that rain? No, it's okay. I thought we had a bit of sprinkling of the wet stuff, but we got Winnie, last week's Grand Prix winner, wasn't he? Winnie was fantastic. He was superb. I was saying that Winnie is a bit like Jekyll and Hyde, really, isn't he? Of course, you remember that scientist there, where he's like a scientist that he turned into a wild thing kind of thing. Well, Winnie's certainly like that, isn't it? Because when he's on the pace, he's almost unstoppable. We've seen that in Baku, we have seen that in Spain, and now we have seen that in Hungary as well. And a lot of those tracks, and I would say that there's not really much. I would say not very similar at all, are they really? I think that if Winnie likes the track, he just takes off, doesn't he? Look, all these cars are just crawling out the way there for Winnie. Winnie is not on a quick lap, but I think he still wants to get past these cars nonetheless. But yeah, Winnie, absolutely incredible then. 3 races this season. He has been superb. He was unlucky in Spain. In Baku, it unfortunately went a bit peaked on before it really got going, but it did get second in the sprint. Lucas finally joined the session after getting his copy sorted. Just as Winnie goes across the line to start this lap now, we're on board with the latest, newest Grand Prix winner in ALR, which is going to be, I think, about 2 winners this season, haven't we? In the form of Equals in gold and now Winnie in bronze. I'm going to be honest. Oh, and Dr. Truepot, and Winnie is in the wall and out of it then. And unfortunately, Winnie's dream scenario in Hungary has he's returned with a bump. He's in the wall, out of the race, out of qualifying, I should say. He's going to start at the back of the field for the race, for the sprint. But let's see how he can do. Last sprint he did that. He didn't do too badly, I don't think, in Baku. So hopefully he can bring that forward back again. And it's very overcast out there at the moment. Swanshanks, can he get a point then this season? As we're over half distance now in this championship. Him and Scooby Stew. Hopefully those 2 drivers can get some good points before the end of the season. Scooby Stew can be chilling in the pit lane mode. Kiki has gone fast as there. Kiki, a former pole sitter, I think a 2-time pole sitter. He hasn't been on pole position this season, has he? Swanshanks taking a lot of curb then down to Pouillon there. But he's still, and now he's off the circuit, unfortunately, and invalidated his time. So he's going to have to go through again. Here's Vessier then. Vessier damaged his front wing on his opening attempt there. So let's see what he can do this time around. Kiki currently fastest there. The first driver into the 49 to the top of Lake Com. Comes Vessier then. I keep looking up at the sky because it's very dark over there. And Vessier, once at the back end, is stepping out there. And Vessier is really struggling out there at the moment, isn't he? It looks like the car setup is not really compliant with Vessier at the moment. Maybe he's taken too much wing off of that car. Unfortunately, we're in park firming conditions now, so you can't do much about it anymore. It's not like the good old days where you can just take the car apart then after qualifying and then put a race setup on. Unfortunately, we're far from that now. Sickers Merc is 6,700 a second up, and I've knocked my headset off, and he's 3/10 a second down then Sickers Merc is. I don't think there's going to be improvement on this up, unfortunately, for Sickers Muck there. So I'm going to stick with Marski for the minute. Where am I? Cheers, Sean wanted to make sure before I retire. I hope that wasn't cheating or anything. I just had no idea. It's the first time not doing quality. Don't worry about that, my good sir. I must admit, I didn't really know either. I just read off, just read off styles, to be honest. But you could say that either I'm a very clean driver that's never had a qualifying ban, or I've not been in enough races, and I think it's the latter. I've not been in enough races. I probably could have and should have had a qualifying ban in my time in ALR. However, luckily, I do know the admins in the high places. Absolutely shocking behaviour, though, of course. This is why I failed my bribery course earlier earlier on this week when I was working. So there we go. Shocking stuff indeed, isn't it? But to be fair, actually, the admins usually do an opposite thing. When they try to take my second away from me in Mexico and back in season 3 of Bronze, then absolutely shocking behaviour indeed. To be honest, I think I was the slowest ever second position in ALR history. To be fair, I think that a slug would have gone quicker than me around that circuit, but. I was just very lucky with a safety car right at the very end. Here's Marski, a former Grand Prix winner in Bronze, so Marski very much been in the heart of the midfield battle for the last 2 seasons. Andy Marski has, and this time now he's up into 4th with the fastest final sector there from Marski. Great final sector through Blanchimont and up into the bus stop chicane. Here's Sloppy Seconds there. I think this is his first appearance this season for Sloppy Seconds there in that red car. Vintage coming down to Puyong as well, and we're just keeping on board with him now as where was I? Sorry, been having wheel problems. Hopefully I can race. And Kaz had wheel problems in Silver last night as well. Always on that. That's the problem with commentating on ALR, is that the weeks go by too quickly. Every time the admins of me Nosy Five and Smithy do the calendar, it does get quite scary as well. Because this calendar is looking towards Christmas, and that was around July. So it's incredible, isn't it? Basically, we take up half a year of this, don't we? So it's absolutely scary. Next time we do the calendar, we'll be looking towards around the World Cup, won't we? Goodness gracious me, for season 10, and I can't wait for season 10. Mainly because, I don't know why, I'm just very nerdy about it, and yeah, looking forward to, hopefully we can put on a show for you for next season. However, we are putting a show on for you this season, aren't we? I need to, hang on, I need to read these comments then. So you are just waiting for the download to finish, even though my 180th race, Sean forgot then. I did, to be fair. Sloppy going 4 fastest in that second Ferrari there. I'm not sure what's happened to Itemizar or Dynamo Dan, but they haven't raced now in 4 weeks, so I'm not sure what's going on there, which is a bit of a shame, really, isn't it? Of course, Itemizar. Whoa, Luca invading this time, and he may, if he's got the fuel, he may have time to get one more lap in there. Vintage is out of the session. He may have time for one more lap here, but that is very much pushing it all against the wall there, isn't it? And really putting the pressure on. Swanshanks is invalidating his time, then Smith Almighty second sector, 800 to a second down now in the McLaren Mercedes, and as he flicks over, I think that's the best McLaren I've seen there. Those were the days, Sean. Those were the days, Sean. The good old F1 days. Indeed, then moving definitely, I do reminisce the old Formula 1 days. Smithy Almighty is into the garage then, and that's it. Smithy's done. Serious Mushroom is quicker in the first sector. TK now is just about to start his lap as well. This is going to get very tense indeed then. So we'll keep an eye on Serious Mushroom. We're going to keep an eye on the rest of these drivers as well. Luke is invalidated, so I think that we are going to keep an eye on this man here. So it's on board, rushing down to Puyong as well. We'll talk about the F1 days in the build-up to the sprint and the race itself, and of course, which I do love, to be honest. I do love reminiscing of the old days of Formula 1. And Spa has had some exceptional Grand Prix, haven't they? 95 already sticks out in my mind already. 98 then. 97 was pretty amazing as well. I must admit, 96, I think it was a straightforward win for Michael Schumacher, so that was alright, I suppose. 99 then, of course, David Coulthard won. That's why I remember that race. 2000 was a cracking race as well. That was where possibly the greatest overtake in all time happened between Schumacher and Hakkinen, and of course Ricardo Zonta, the poor devil in between those two. Mushroom stays 6 passes, but has found a 10th of a second recurring, and he stays 6th place on the 3rd row of the grid. Mushroom is very much at the heart of this battle tonight there. Maybe he is going to be a major player. He is going to be a major player. He is going to be sorted out then. Sorry for the tongue twister there. Don't worry about that. Moving. I always twist the tongue myself because I always twist my tongue all the time because I can hardly speak majority of the time, especially as I make no sense at all. Here's TK out of the final turn there for TK. Let's see if he can get a pole position there. No, he's second on the grid. It's still Kiki. It's the measuring stick at the moment for these drivers then. What about, I'm looking to see who's coming on the bus as well. It's a dark blue car. Vestier's invalidated again. That is a major blow for Vestier. Kiki has crossed the line now. And who's that? Sick as muck has abandoned this time. Jay Higgs there, of course, he's a permanent feature in bronze these days. He is full fast as there. New Potato, 10th for a second up then. Cut up into the final sector as well. Then we have got Vestier who's invalidated. Luke has got him to 8th now then. So Luke's last gasp effort has put him on to the 4th row of the grid. New Potato out to the final turn. He's going to pinch pole position away from Kiki. No, he can't. And Kiki is currently on pole position. What about True Pods? He's got 4 this season. He goes 4th tonight. It is Kiki. Pole position and his 3rd pole position of the season. No, his 3rd pole position of his career. Goodness gracious me. Very good stuff indeed there for Kiki. That's his 1st pole position of the season there for Kiki. Lovely jubbly indeed then. That is absolutely fan-dazzling to start us off tonight, isn't it? So him and the AlphaTauri team are going to be overjoyed with that result. I am sure of it. Very good stuff indeed then. Let me just check my old stat book here. Let me get my old spectacles out as well. Yes, indeed. It was his 3rd qualifying win of his career, or pole position if you want to be a bit more precise about it. Good stuff indeed. Right, where was I? Serious Mushroom has messed that up there. However, Serious Mushroom is still 8th, so I would say that that's not too bad. I would say that's pretty good, to be honest, to be on the 4th row of the grid. And of course, Mika Hakkinen's move on Schumacher with the lap car in between, moving and saying, haha, yes, indeed, the 2000 race that was in Belgium. So that started off wet, didn't it? And then, of course, did they start off beyond the safety car? I believe they did, didn't they, that race there? And yes, it was an incredible race. And you got just like, you got to absolutely marvel at Schumacher's incredible racing brain, because he was going so quick. He had to cool the dry tires that he had. That, of course, they had groove tires back in those days, didn't they? In his Ferrari, he was going so quick. He had to use the puddles and the wet patches to cool down his Bridgestone tires. He was going that quick. It was incredible to see. But it was Mika Hakkinen who took the win in the end then, because Hakkinen was winning until he, I think he spun it, poor Fred, and Neil Stavilo. I need to make up my mind what that corner name is, really, don't I? But he spun just before the exit, going up to Blanchemont into the bus stop, and that's where Schumacher retook the lead. Then Hakkinen hunted him down then and overtook there with Ricardo Zonta in the middle. My word. Evening from ALR. Good evening to you all. 3rd night in a row for me. I think that's far in the old ALR account then. So yes, indeed then. So Farfan very much being put through his paces this week then. He's doing a mighty fine job, isn't he? So good stuff indeed there for Far. Versier has invalidated. And hello, Mr. Mushroom, Luke is saying as well. We have got shall we tango into turn 1, Luke is saying that. I don't think he means tango or Ted tango. I think he means a dance into La Source then. Let's just hope that they haven't got the sauce, or haven't got too much sauce then, potentially. Definitely Michael Schumacher, such a great, smart racing brain, ridiculous. He really was there. There's me struggling to understand a couple of buttons on my controller to get me car going on this game, and then Michael Schumacher absolutely just driving superbly well, just knowing exactly what he was doing, what the other drivers were doing around him as well. Of course, that was back when technology footage was not as incredible as it is today. And even today, actually, driving these Formula 1 cars are based on really fast computers, aren't they, with those with the LED screens on the steering wheels. It's absolutely incredible indeed. Why are people on hards? Laugh out loud then. So far, is not that's a very good point, actually, because this is a sprint, isn't it? It's not the Grand Prix, goodness me. Yeah, so Higgs and Marsky on hards, soft tyres for TK and Sloppy, everyone else on medium tyres there, but far surprised to see a hard tyre out there. Going to be on a mission on this formation lap. Very hard to get the tyre temperature, Ted Tango is saying. And Ted Tango with Tango's tips already at it then. Keep it up, actually very helpful, Tango. Yes, indeed, there. I'm going to be honest, I'm glad that Tango started to do the Ted Tango's tips, because I have absolutely no idea what goes on in my races. Unfortunately, though, because Tango races on Tuesday, on Mondays on Silver, Knowlesy doesn't get the same treatment, but I don't think Knowlesy needs it, because Knowlesy is a three-time Grand Prix winner, Tango a multiple-time winner as well. Then, so those two drivers don't really need a helping hand. It's this ginger fool who doesn't have a clue what's going on. All I know is I like fast cars. That would do me nicely. As we have lost ALR Farf is dropped out of the session then. I hope Theo hasn't turned his PlayStation off, and I haven't done the grid. Kiki on pole position then with New Potato alongside TK in third position. Dr. True Potts in fourth with Higgs in fifth. Sixth position is Sloppy seconds. Luckily, we've got a bit of a hold up here because Marsky is in seventh with Mushrooms having enough of that. He's in eighth. Ninth is Luke. 10th is Seconds Mud. Smithy 11th. 12th is Swanshanks with Winning 13th. Vintage 14th. Moomin in 15th. 16th is Alibi. 17th is Stars. Vessier down in 18th. Scooby Stew in 19th. Cars completes the top 20. Let's get going for the start of the race as well. I will. You should be warming your tyres, Tango is saying. And Scooby Stew's been disqualified from the session then. As 5% carry on, that is. I think Farf may have had a power car. We're waiting for those lights to come on. There's a green flag coming out now. Let's get going then for the start of the Belgian sprint race. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights at the poles. And we are racing, and away we go. It's Kiki who gets a decent start. But look at that car of New Potato. I thought he's having to stiff on the inside. No, was there a Dr. True Potts is there? No, it's TK on the inside, and Dr. True Potts is on the outside. Too many blue cars. And they flick past me now, and oh, goodness me, who's out on the inside? Marsky. I'm not sure Marsky's in this race because he's ghosting through everyone. Goodness me, he's had an incredible start, Marsky has. Wow, Marsky has just flown through everyone and up into third position now. What an incredible start from Marsky. I didn't think he was in this race. Actually, he was going through everyone, but he has just flown past everyone at the top of Lake Com then. And Marsky, yes, he is just flying through everyone there, Marsky. So that doesn't feel right to me. I'm not sure. Let's see how this one goes then. It feels like Marsky's in here at the session, but no one else is there. As Marsky has gone through a lot of drivers there. That's interesting stuff. And now he's all over the back of Kiki. Marsky's flying on those hard tyres. What's happened there? I'm absolutely surprised about that because I thought the hard tyres was really going to struggle at this stage. But goodness me, a good start indeed. New Potato is down to third now with Dr. True Potts in fourth. Kiki in fifth with Sloppy seconds in sixth position. Seventh is Jay Higgs down 2 positions. Mushroom has retained his 8th position with Luke in 9th and winning up 3 positions in 10th position. Swanshank's got a 3-second penalty already. Vessier at the back of the field. That is a nightmare start for Vessier. Remember that Vessier there is the closest challenger to New Potato, who's in third in this race at the moment. Only 6 points out for Vessier, of course. New Potato, I think, is going to be a bit. He's going to be looking over his shoulder. Here comes True Potts, who, of course, is also in the championship battle as well there. 4-time pole sitter this season for True Potts. A 3-time Grand Prix winner as well for Dr. True Potts there. Into the bus stop as well. That one has been completed. Marsky is flying there. We've got more ghosting going on as there's drivers jumping up and down the field here. Hopefully we'll get that going now then. Goodness gracious me. And what is going on here? Because Marsky is slowed down there. As yes, we have got a very interesting tower moment as Marsky has taken the lead here. And goodness gracious me, as first said, I think the lobby's messed up. It does look a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Because Marsky is flying. He's a second fast than Kiki already. That's incredible. I'm not 100% sure yet because the lobby has been going up and down. Jay Higgs is 5th, but on the stream it is P7. Yeah, I think that Yeah, something else got a bit awry there, hasn't it? Because as much as Marsky's fast, I don't think he's that fast on the hard tyres there. And of course, and also the positions have jumped up and down. So yes, a very no, this is interesting, isn't it? And it also looked odd on the. It looked very odd about how Marsky was getting past everyone. He was just going through everyone. It like that he was the only one in the session. So something is a bit awry at the moment then. So we'll have to wait and see how this one transpires. So at the moment Jay Higgs is in P5, albeit he's in P5, but on the stream he is in P8 actually now, isn't he, Jay Higgs is? So I'm not 100% sure what is occurring at this moment. So whatever we're watching, I'm not really sure if it's real life or just fantasy, as that Queen was singing. I say a few years back, it's more than a few years now. Is Kiki got no front wing there? Let's just take a look at the last passes now. I think it's just the colour of the front wing actually, isn't it? So he should be, yeah, he's all right then. So I think that this is the actual battle for the lead then, because I'm not sure if Marsky is actually racing both then. Marsky running no wings by the looks of this. Tango is saying then. Well, Marsky's now just dropped down the order. Where's he gone then? It's all kinds of shenanigans going on here. Well, Marsky, I'm not sure if Marsky's in this race or not, because look, the Resorts is jumping up and down again here. But Tango thinks that Marsky has just got absolutely no wings on his car and is just blasting away at one. Look at the gap he's got. That is ridiculous. 5 seconds after 3 laps. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I know Marsky's cracking, but that's pretty impressive indeed, isn't it? Over the brow of the hill, Kiki is now going to have to get defensive here, because DRS will now be available at the end. Well, I thought it would have been available this lap, to be honest, but it's not yet, though, is it? Luke has got some issues and yellow flags somewhere. There is yellow flags somewhere, and so we got some drivers that are swapping positions here, and you can see, look at that then, there's all kinds of chaos going on here. Now we have got Kaz getting past movement and up into 70th position. Alibi jumped down to 18th. Winnie's got a 3-second penalty out there at the moment, and Marsky is now 7 seconds up the road. I'm not sure what I make about that. Fantastic driving from Marsky. I think we've got to get him in gold, haven't we? Goodness gracious me, fantastic. From Marsky. Styles down in 19th. Scooby Stew currently at the back of the field in 20th position now with a default car there for Scooby Stew. Hopefully he can get some points though. Personally, I think we have found your competition. Tango is saying, look at him go. Fantastic. Wow, Marsky is checked out in this race. That's incredible. Mega stuff indeed. On board with Styles at the moment there. Alibi is just in front of us at the moment. Alibi doing a lot of harvesting already. TK, oh, what's happening here? As the Resorts are jumping around again, but there's still New Potato, who is currently second on the road at the moment there with Kiki leading. Then we have got Dr. True Pots, TK, Serious Mushroom, followed by some seconds TK and what's happened there? As New Potatoes dropped down into 15th. I think the lobby's all over the show here, isn't it? I think it's Alibi's retired from the session. I'm wondering if we'll see how it goes, but it doesn't feel right to me at the moment. Alibi is pitted and quitted. I feel that I don't feel that this is very stable at all at the moment, is it? But anyway, Dr. True snapped to second now. New Potato, for some unknown reason, just stopped on the start-finish straight. Yellow flags is just in front of us now. As Steers Mushroom's got past TK, moving himself up into 5th position there. He is through and past the soft shot TK. Is now down into 6th, then with sloppy seconds in 7th position. Positions aren't correct here. Tango saying no, they're not. Marsky, no, because Percy is saying that Higgs is up into 5th position there, and I don't think it's a true representation of what's going on at all, because it looks odd, doesn't it, as well? There's just drivers jumping up and down here. As long as it's not affecting the drivers in the cars, I suppose it's okay, albeit we just have to kind of pick and choose what's going on here. There's a lot of harvesting going on again, but the formation lap looked a bit odd as well, didn't it? As Marsky just slowed very slowly to the grid, and everyone just went past him, and then Marsky just absolutely drove through everyone, and then was eventually in the lead there. Yeah, this is pointless if I'm honest continuing. It probably is, to be fair. Just watch TrueBot stream and he overtook Nude Potato. Alibi was after the session there. I think I'm going to be honest, it is a bit whoa. it is a bit. It's Kiki on the inside there, and through he goes. Kiki is still leading at the moment there, but I don't think Marsky. I don't think's in this race, to be honest. Yeah, it's a lobby glitch there. Parf is saying there, so we'll see how is it if it's affecting the drivers. Is I think our main concern. If it's affecting the drivers, then. If it's affecting the drivers, then of course we'll have to restart. But if it's just affecting this, then yeah, no, I'm not sure, to be honest. But I mean, by the sounds of it, True Pots has got past New Potato, or he did have, but New Potato is back in front. Kiki, I think, is still leading, with New Potato in second, with Dr. True Pots in third position. TK is fourth. Fifth is Sloppy second, with Serious Mushroom sixth, Slick as Muck seventh, and Jay Higgs is in eighth position. I'm not sure if that is the official, jazz or not. Will remains to be seen. But Kiki at the moment, they're doing a great job, as far as I'm concerned, of defending from New Potato. I'll go from the qualifying positions for the race personally. Is what Tango is suggesting. So we might, we'll see what the drivers are doing as well here, because of course, if the drivers are racing, there isn't a lot issue on their side. I think that we'll go from their position there, but unfortunately, from a viewer point of view, it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Not knowing who is where. Which, yeah, I think that's a bit rubbish indeed then, but I suppose if the drivers are happy as Larry. Well, this man is, isn't he? Goodness me. Well, as some seconds has retired from the session there, and apparently he's retired on the on the pit straight, I think. Then Marsky, who's in 11th position now, albeit he is actually miles in front of everyone else here at the moment. Currently, the grid is TK first, Kiki second, Troops in third, Nude fourth, and J Higgs fifth. I think the lobby has gone rubbish there, because TK is first then. So TK is first then, apparently. So we've got TK who leads this race then. So Percy says that TK first, Kiki second, Troops third, Nude fourth, and Jay Higgs is in fifth position there. Unfortunately, as much as we love Marsky, he is not 23 seconds up the road after 6 laps. If he was 23 seconds up the road after 6 laps, I would say that he probably, I wonder if he might have to see if he could get a request in for Formula 3 maybe, because that is absolutely redonkulous pace there. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Formula 3, maybe even Formula 1 then. Of course, the Logan Sargent seat is very much still up for grabs, isn't it? Of course, we've also heard about, I'm not sure if you've heard about, is it Felipe Drugovich that might be a shoe-in to go to the Williams team for next season. Sean, we'll try the main race. If not, I will restart it. Don't worry about that, Mark. Thank you very much, my good sir. As it stands, then if someone Mark, you can give me the final results from the sprint in just a jiffy when it finishes, that'd be great. Whilst I can just waffle on here about all kinds of nonsense. But currently, it's a bit of radio now, isn't it? As we think TK is leading this race. It's got yellow flags out there. I've got to say, this is who's that on? Is that Kiki? Kiki is slow in here. Kiki is slow, and I hope that's not good, is it, for Kiki? I'm not sure where he is at the moment there. Anyway, yeah, going back then, of course, there's only one seat available in the actual world of F1 now, isn't it? Which is, of course, that Logan Sargent, who will be Kiki spun, Percy said then. So that is what we had a yellow flag for a moment there, and Kiki is now, he spun from the position he's in then, so now he's down into third position on my screen. In terms of real world Formula 1, of course, Felipe Drugovich is rumoured to be negotiating with the Williams team over the past couple. I think that's damage on Kiki's car as well. He's down in 16th according to this graph. Yeah, that's a lot of damage there for Kiki. What a shame, he got pole position, didn't he, in qualifying? But unfortunately, that is not good at all, is it? Unfortunately, Luke has got a 3-second penalty. Marsky is now almost half a minute in front after 7 laps. Goodness me. But there's New Potatoes now coming on the back of TK. I'm wondering if this is the battle for the lead then. Shall we go with it? Yes, we shall. Lap 7 out of 8 here. But yeah, Drugovich could be going to Williams then if they don't retain Logan Sargent then. Sure, maybe leave and rejoin. Do you reckon I should? Oh gosh, that's quite a... my PS5 has a system error. Luckily, he has a spare one. Oh, goodness me, then. So far, he's having nightmares as well. What I'll do, if I leave and rejoin between between the sprint and the race itself, I reckon. And then let's see if that fixes it. Well, I'll hold fire and see what Favre says first. Then flex. Goodness me. Yes, indeed. I think Favre is flexing the old comments there, isn't he? At the moment, though, we think that TK is leading the race, but not by 32 points. I must apologise profusely, guys. And we have had a update, haven't we, to fix the equal car issue. But however, it seems that we've had a bit of an issue on the sprint itself. So apologies profusely, guys, because most of this sprint is me getting excited about Ghosts, to be honest. Nah, don't leave. Okay, I won't leave. It's basically me getting excited about Ghosts, about things that's not really happening, to be fair. Never mind. I don't mind getting excited. Let's see how it starts. This is like commentated on random number generator at the moment. Tango is saying it is indeed, because I have no idea what's going on. What I do know is that New Potato is not 16th. Well, actually, no, I don't know at all. But I've just seen with my own eyes that New Potato has passed TK on the final lap. Is that the lap? Whereas that New Potato taking the lead of the sprint race here tonight as he goes over the brow of the hill. I love that shot, by the way. And New Potato maybe on course there to win the sprint race here tonight then. And that would be very good for New Potato, as I don't think he has, this will be his second sprint race win in 4 starts then. So a 50% success rate for New Potato if he has won it, of course then. TK, Dr. Truepots, Nude and Jay Higgs. Oh, okay. So it's not New Potato who's leading the race, it's actually TK who's leading the race then. And TK then, so that we ignore what I've just said then. So TK is leading the race then, and he has never won a sprint race, has he? So this will be his 5th sprint race start of TK's career, and this will be his first sprint race win as well. And TK wins the the sprint race, albeit he's on the wrong part of the circle at the moment. Well, this is an incredible lobby, isn't it? Second position is Dr. Truepots, Jay Higgs in 3rd, Mushroom in 4th, Smithy in a great 5th, with Marsky 6th, moving up into 7th, and New Potato in 8th. I think that's the final classification there. I think, anyway, New Potato down in 8th position. I'd love to know what happened there, because that is a completely different from what I've seen then, which I gotta say, I'm a bit disappointed by, to be honest. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? I might have to go and get a Greg sausage rolls bar then to make me happy. Right, that's the grade, lol. I certainly, well, at least we got the final result in the end there. So, TK won that race, his first sprint race win of his career, his 3rd podium in his sprint career as well. Dr. Truepot 2nd today. That's important, because now he is also 2nd on the road for the race itself, coming up in jiffy. I hope it's fixed then. Jay Higgs over to 3rd, brilliant stuff, with Mushroom in 4th. Smith Almighty, that's good points for the McLaren and himself. Marsky in 6th there. Unfortunately, Marsky was not 40 seconds in front. Moomin in 7th. New Potato down to 8th there. Sicker's Monk 9th. Vessier moved his way up to 10th then. Vintage in 11th there. 12th is Styles. 13th Kaz with Winnie. Scooby Steve, Swan Challenge, Luke Kiki, swapping seconds on someone else. Ooh. Oh, and New Potato spun, understeered into Jay Higgs and spun Percy was saying there, unfortunately. Movement 7th position, I'll take that, what a fight back. I was P4, if that helps, Serious Russian saying, thank you very much. I basically, anyone who's just joined us, that sprint race was, what I commentated on in that sprint race didn't actually happen then, so I was just commentating on Gumph, really. So, yeah. And so, unfortunately, Marsky fans out there, he was not 40 seconds in front of everyone else, which is a damn shame, isn't it, really? After being, well, or is it? I must say, if Marsky, as I said, if Marsky was 40 seconds in front of everyone else there, I think there might be an outcry against the, with the bronze drivers here. And also, I'll be wondering, where has that pace come from, Marsky? Fantastic. Anyway, let's go on the race, and hopefully, the race is a bit better than that as well, because at least Sean, you had the right standards. Thank you very much, Farfan. Yeah, so we did have TK won his first ever sprint race of his career, so good stuff indeed. The New Potato down in 8th position now. He had a difficult time in Hungary. He's got a point after that sprint, but the championship leader is looking a bit frail at the moment, though, isn't he? There? Good gracious at me there. As we go across the line then, is Farfan asks, what is this game? Luke has very helpfully told us it's F1 23. let's go for the grid, shall we? This is how they finished in the sprint, albeit I would have known, to be fair. Alibi, I think Alibi left the session, to be honest, so I don't think Alibi is even going to be taking part in this Grand Prix, unfortunately. But Alibi in 20th position there, Sloppy seconds in 19th, Kiki in 18th, Luke in 17th, Swan Shanks is in 15th, Scooby Stew in 15th, Widdy in 14th, Kaz is 13th, Styles in 12th position, Vintage in 11th, Vessier made his way up to 10th, nice, and he's now directly behind his championship rival, New Potato. New Potato is going to be not so nice. 9th position is Swanshank, 7th is Moomin, Marsky in 6th position then. 5th is Smithy Almighty, great performance from Smithy Almighty. Serious Mushroom with the very serious demeanour on here tonight then, qualifying up to a very nice 8th position, I think, or 7th. Up to 4th now, J Higgs 3rd, Dr. Trupot 2nd, and TK will start first for the race itself. Soft tyres for Vintage and Kaz, medium tyres for majority of the field, hard tyres for Trupots, Higgs, Vessier, Styles, Scooby Stew, Swanshanks, Kiki, and no, we are not restarting Serious Mushroom. At the moment, we're carrying on. What a useless game we play, honestly. Yes. To be fair, to be fair, I mean, some glitches do make me do tickle me, but I didn't like that one. That one, to be fair, was quite rubbish, to be fair, because that was basically you guys just listening to me talk about absolute rubbish, which is normally what I do a lot of the time. But at least if I am talking rubbish, you know what's going on circuit. However, that certainly wasn't the case. Alibi not here. Alibi out of the race, unfortunately. So we've got 19 cars. I'm not sure what's happened to Alibi, but maybe he gave up on the game after the shenanigans that went on in the sprint then. Hello, everyone. Oh, as True Potts and Higgs has been disqualified. Hings has been disqualified. I keep saying Higgs, it's Hings. Has been disqualified from the race. From qualifying, which means they are going to be further back on the grid slots, and that is going to give TK an opportunity on the medium tires as well. There he is then. Can TK insert himself into this championship squabble in the second half of the season? Anyway, he's doing a perfect start to this event now by winning the sprint and getting ready to start. Moving, good luck, everyone. Yes, and good luck to me as well, because I really hope that we have got some proper racing going on now. With lights out, and it is go. Vestier's got a drive-through penalty. We're racing now, and all of Vestier's hard work has come undone there for the man who's second in the championship. That is not good at all. TK leads. Dr. True Potts in second. Higgs has gone up and under and up into second position. That is perfect. True Potts come back on the circuit now, down in fifth position now. Marsky is up into fourth now as we go through Eau Rouge and Radium now then. And here they come then. Sparks are flying out from the titanium skin blocks as they go over the crest of the hill. True Potts and Marsky are going side by side and up the camel straight as well. And look at this, and they're going this way and that way. But it's New Potato. It is a new mushroom. No, it isn't. It is Serious Mushroom. And who's that down on the inside then? And he has spun the car. Sick as fuck then. A day late and a dollar short, unfortunately. Yellow flag at the top of the camel straight then. And it is as it stands then. And I think this is the correct order. It is TK who leads the way. 8 10 second in front of Mushroom with a brilliant job up into second position now for Mushroom on his 180th consecutive start. Dr. True Potts in third position, Marsky fourth, Higgs in fifth, Smithy in sixth position, moving seventh, Vintage James, New Potato down in ninth position, 10th is Luke, 11th is Vessier, but a drive-through penalty there for Vessier. That is costly, very costly indeed. Then unless he gets a safety car, I feel that Vessier's race is all but finished, hasn't it? In this one there, he might be able to recover, but I think points is going to be very much off the table unless something very unusual happens. It is beautiful sunshine. Remember what happened last night in Stilford now? An incredible drive from Brabbit there, was it, to somehow hang it up and get second, which I have no idea how that's happened. Incredible driving indeed. Well, I do know how it happened. Brabbit with an incredible drive there, albeit did go on the intermediate tyres probably a bit too early. However, he somehow got himself He somehow got himself a second position there. Now, I would say a couple laps before the end, I would have been absolutely astounded if that was the case. Vettier is serving his drive-through penalty now. TK has set the pass up the race set, along with Sirius Mushroom in second. Dr. True Potts in third. Dr. True Potts there is going to try and score as many points as possible. New Potato right down in ninth position at the moment there for New Potato. We heard he understeered into Jay Higgs on the race itself. On the sprint itself there, and that is why he's down the order. We unfortunately didn't see that on the stream then, which was absolute rubbish. But here comes Jay Higgs, and this is true reality, and he is going for it. He's having a look on the inside at the top of Lake Combe. He has done it, but Marsky is coming back out there, and incredible driving from both drivers there. For example, if I tried to do that against AI, I would have spun myself. That's magnificent driving there between Marsky and Jay Higgs. I tip my two payoff to the brilliant 17. Vintage has gone wide. Luca's having a sniff, but nothing more there for Luke there. He's down in ninth for the moment. New Potato is down to 8th position. Kiki trying to recover back through the field there. Kiki was at the high end of the sprint there, but unfortunately issues there, and the sprinters dropped it down the order, and they was going very close, and a wheel to wheel still between Kaz and Kiki. Yellow flag then as Scooby Stew is off it. Puyong there in the back there. Unfortunately, Winnie on the outside there. He's going to have to yield there. Winning is last week's race winner down in 50th. That's how incredible Bronze is this season. As they flick past it out over the AstroTurf as well. No one using the AstroTurf at the moment there. Of course, they probably don't know if there's water in there or not really, because the amount of times, the amount of rain that we have around here over the year is incredible. That's why it's so green around here. It's similar to Austria as well, isn't it really? That's why it's so green in Austria as well, because the amount of rain they have. Lap 2 completed. TK set another fast up race. Sirius Mushroom is now going to have to defend from the DRS which is now in operation. There it is from race control. The DRS has been activated, which means I've got cramp in my back. Ow. How has that happened there? Oh, I'm going to have to sit down. Dr. True Potts in third. Jay Higgs is in fourth for the one there, but there's Dr. True Potts said this is an advantage now. He needs to take this opportunity with New Potato on this back foot. I'd say he's on the back foot, but he's all over the back of movement, going for a rouge already. Scooby Stew's got a drive-through penalty then. It's just going from bad to worse from Scooby Stew after having a spin then. Look at this then, as they go to the top of Lake Combe. New Potato is through. Yes, he is. So the championship leader recovering nicely. And up into 7th position. Great stuff. Sirius Mushroom there, who is still on the podium at the moment there, but he's lost out to Dr. True Potts. He's got past the Mushroom, and now into 2nd position. Luke up 8 positions at this moment there, but now Dr. True Potts on the harder tyre at the moment, so he's going to be going longer in the stint now, while Sirius Mushroom will be pitting her on, so he may have an undercut advantage later on in this race. Just watching movement, who's keeping tabs in that beautiful Williams livery there for movement. Hats off to you, my good sir, that's a beautiful livery. He is currently in 7th position now, just keeping tabs on the championship leader. New Potato then, who is trying to recover after issues in the sprint. We did not see that because we was watching something else there. Could we see the tyres, Sean? Yes, you can, my good sir. There they are. Yes, it took me a while though to get the position changed out of the way, wasn't it? It's yellow flag there. Styles. Oh no, that's Paul Frere, I think there, and that's exactly where Hakkinen spun. And is he stuck? I think he might be stuck here. Stars is stuck, isn't he? I think he's stuck. Oh, no, he's kept going now. As Stars are... Oh, no! And that's going to hurt the rear crash structure. I think Stars is a bit unhappy with what's transpired down there. He's damaged the car as well. Stars has yellow flag then enabled, but there is no safety car at this stage, then, which is unfortunate for Vettel. He's made his way back into 18th position there. But, of course, there's only 17 runners there. Literally, as I typed it up then, yes, indeed. It's like I knew what you were saying there, Ted Tango. But as we're now coming on the back straight, we've got Billy Slipstreaming going on at the moment. Jay Higgs on the hard tyre. He's all over the back of Mushroom now at the top of Lake Combe, but he's just not long enough, believe it or not, the Kenwell Straight. Can't believe that for a second there, but that was the case this time around. What about Sloppy Seconds? And he's having a look, but... Vintage is having none of that, and Vintage are showing him his rear tyre now, as Vintage does not want Sloppy Seconds to come through there. So Sloppy is going to have to wait his turn now. Back at the front then, and at the moment as Hungry Star's got a 3-second penalty down near the back of the field, unfortunately for Stars at both Scooby Stew, Stars and Besher be hoping for some kind of safety car to get themselves back into this race, get themselves back into the race. Here's New Potato. He is in 7th position. there, right behind Smithy. He's having a great performance there, Smithy. Got 6 very good points last time out in Hungary there. Can he use that momentum there to get some more points here tonight? He's already got some points there in the sprint now. Hopefully he can keep that. Hopefully he can get some more points in the Grand Prix itself there. Here is New Potato. Now, New Potato does not want little points tonight. He wants the big package. He wants it all. VSC, well, stop him waffling away. What's happened there? Is it down at Paul Frere again then? Just taking a look. Is someone at a cropper? Just taking a look. Winnie, I wonder if it's Winnie or Swanshanks potentially. But VSC, is anyone going to come into the pits? I wonder if any of the soft runners, maybe Vintage or Cars, may come into the pits. They've made good progress, haven't they? Into the pits comes Luke actually. So Luke on the medium tyres there is going to take the advantage now and coming into the pits. Very much expect them, the medium tires, to be ahead past their best here. Very abrasive track here. Ted Tango is saying into the pits. Comes the medium runner. That's why he could be in the pits, because Ted Tango just said that about the abrasive surface. But Luke has gone on to the soft tyre here. Goodness gracious me. As I think the VSC is about to end then. Hopefully the drivers are adhering to the Delta. Otherwise they will get a drive-through penalty there. We've already had one drive-through, and courtesy of Vestia down in 16th position. DRS has been enabled. We're back racing. TK has got a second advantage, and yellow flag then in sector 1. That is now that sector flag's been cleared, and Stars has lost the whole of the wing then. That might have been why we had a VSC. And Kiki is out of the race, and the pole sitter. Oh goodness me, someone crashed there. Yes, I can't remember who it was, and it's at the safety car. It is a safety car. And oh goodness me, Styles. I think that this might spare his blushes, because look at the background. There's Bert Mylander coming out of the pits now. But a safety car, and let's see, this is going to change the course of the complexion of this race then. And Ted Tango, I'm wondering if the medium runners are going to come to the pits now. Certainly the softs are going to come in shortly. So we're on board with one of the medium runners, which is TK at the moment, going for his second win of the season. He won fine style in Miami, didn't he? Can he get his second race win tonight here for TK? Remember, TK is still there or thereabouts in the championship battle, but he does need to start to score some big points against the top 3. With Vessier down in 15th position there, New Potato down in 7th. It is a good opportunity. However, the safety car is going to change the complexion of this race completely. TK has stayed out. Dr. True Potts has stayed out. New Potato, Serious Rush has stayed out. Higgs has not. He is coming to the pits there. As has Marsky, as has Swift Your Mighty then. So we've got a lot of drivers into the pits now. And yes, it's going to be a very busy pit lane. And you've got to be on your marks then. Unfortunately, due to the multiplayer cars, you may have to, but you may have to queue depending on who you've shared a box with. Out of the pits now comes Jay Higgs. So we've got Marsky also inch perfect and sloppy seconds into the pits now. Lovely shot here from, I think, is from the Ferrari pit crew. Lovely stuff, in and out, shake all about. Where's New Potato? New Potato down in 9th position now. No, down in 10th position now. Is he going to get in front of Luke? No, he's not then. So yeah, New Potato on soft tyres, and so going for an aggressive second part of stint here, or second race I should say. Winnie out of the pits. Oh, Winnie almost into the barrier there. Vessier has got medium now. Unfortunately, Kiki out of the race. The highs of pole to the lows of retiring in the race, and unfortunately for Kiki, that's his free podium runs out finish near in this race tonight. Unfortunately, they'll not be their best, but the more you suffer now, the less in the final stint. As new moving there, as used his profanity buzzer there, as he should have pitted there. Sick as Mug has lost out there to Alibi, who's not in this race. Styles coming into the pits again. Is that car a bit muddy at the moment? It's resembling a rallycross car, isn't it, at the moment, in terms of the mud on there? But Styles there serving a penalty there onto hard tyres again there for Styles, and as he comes out of the pit lane now. Safety car at the moment on lap 6 there. Luke saying you still can pit there. The only problem for moving though is if he pits that he will lose track position there, whilst before he would not have lost as much time there. Movement at the moment there. Top four didn't pit then. So TK, Dr. True Pot, Serious Mushroom and Movement did not pit. Jay Higgs has pitted. He's gone from the hards to the mediums. Marsky is also pitted as well. He's gone to the soft tyres. Hard tyres for Swanshanks there. Smith Almighty very much in a good position there on the hard tyres. but he is going to have to get very defensive there with Luke on soft there. New Potato on soft as well. Sloppy seconds has gone medium. Hard tires for Vintage. Alibi out of the race then. Soft tires for Sick and Smoke. Winnie on hard then. Medium for Vessier, Kaz, Scooby Stew, and Hungry Stars. One retirement now. It's Kiki out of the race then. At the top of Lakecom, I think got on the outside curve there. Spun his rear wheels and got into the barrier there, unfortunately. So did that last night in qualifying. I can't remember who it was for the life of me, which is going to annoy me. Right, we are not going to get going yet. Then we are going to have one more lap beyond the safety car. Then we'll be back racing here in Spa. Of course, as just a quick mention, there is no Formula 2 tomorrow. It's Alibi's in the pits. There's no Formula 2 tomorrow, as of course, but Formula 2 will be back in action next week. Also, ALR will be back in action next week, as well as we will be in Zandvoort. And if anyone remembers the gold race from Zandvoort last year, we're in for a cracker. Of course, that collision between Percy and Boxtel was very much replayed again and again and again, wasn't it, on our social media platforms, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me, as into the pits comes Stahl. So once again then, but so yes, that is certainly going to be maybe on the bottom of the two drivers going to combat, but at the moment now Percy is looking very good in the championship, isn't he? And a much stronger position than this time last season, of course, where we went to Zandvoort. I think Percy was very much on the decline, wasn't he? Whilst Troy was starting to come at both the two leaders in the championship of Percy and Boxtel. Of course, so at the moment there, Percy is looking very fine. Vettel in the gold championship. Of course, Brabham also looking very good in silver as well now, and it is a very tight championship in the opening couple of races. However, a lot of drivers have started to extend, as Brabham and Percy have started to extend the lead in the championship. New Potato had a bit of a off race in Hungary, and here tonight he is struggling, but he has still got a comfortable lead. He will not lose the championship lead tonight, but he does still need to score some decent points there to stop that momentum from draining away from himself and going to maybe Dr. True Potts, maybe TK, maybe Vessier, if he can have a strong second part of this race. And well, we're only halfway through, yeah. We're only on lap 7. We are. Hopefully, we'll be getting going this lap. Then we're just waiting to see what Stars does. He's on fresh medium tyres now. Stars is there after having an issue earlier on this race, and so he's now back on the horse, and he is just catching up now. Oof, my word. Yes, and I'm going to be honest, after this race, I'm going to need a much needed lie down. We've had an incredible sprint event, haven't we, in Spa. I'm not the biggest fan of sprints, I must say. I think sprint races are really more for like the lower formulas, to be honest, like Formula 3, Formula 2, really to home, and rather than Formula 1 personally. But I think from an ALR perspective, we've had some very good sprint races, haven't we? But the safety car stayed out there, and his Stars has just joined the back of the Crocodile. I wonder if Stars may come in the pits again, throw on a new set of medium tyres and see if he can get to the end. I think that's a bit too. I think that's a big ask indeed. Then, as we've got 18 cars remain. Kiki out of the race. Also out of the race is Alibi as well, as he did not start this race, unfortunately. So so unfortunately Alibi took part in the sprint and then had issues, and then of course he left the session, unfortunately. So Alibi out of the race, unfortunately. So whilst there's very elongated safety cars coming out, I'm wondering what the top 4 are thinking now. Do you think that they should have come into the pits now that the safety car's been out for quite a number of laps? Maybe a lap or 2 longer than what they wanted than the race leaders. I am thinking that then potentially the drivers at the front would have come in. Maybe the medium tyres, albeit I'm wondering though, can they eke the medium tyres out to a sensible lap window and maybe go onto the softs at the end? Remember what Ted Tango said though. Ted Tango said that the asphalt around here, the track around here is very abrasive, isn't it there? So that is play and dare of your tyres, which is not a very good thing to do, especially around Spa. It is a brutal one indeed. Brake temp for the chicane will be a concern. A very long time for them to be off, and when the safety car is called in, is Tango's message there as well. So yes, then of course, when is the safety car going to come in is my query now. I thought that was a spider. Carry on. When is the safety car going to come in? Then we'll be back racing once again. Then of course, lap 8 of this race, and so lap 9 we'll be back racing. Of course, DRS not enabled until the end of the 2 laps after the safety car comes in, and then we'll be DRS in here, there, and everywhere. Can TK get out Dr. True Potts? There it is, and that's what we like to see. Can TK then, as he starts to warm up his tyres and brakes now. He needs to get out of that DRS range, doesn't he? But he is on the medium tyres, so was True Potts on the harder tyres. How difficult is it going to get these temperatures up and going then for the medium and the hard tyres? And of course, I think it's going to be more difficult for the harders than the mediums, obviously. Board the race leader now. He just won the sprint here, didn't he? TK did. So let's hope that for TK fans' sake, then he can go on and have a very good Grand Prix itself. And as Sagui Stew was having a bit of a tango there between Kaz and himself. As we're back racing once again then, and TK then going out of the final bus stop chicane, and we're back racing now. So lap 9 of this Grand Prix then, and it is TK, Dr. True Potts, Serious Mushroom and Movement, and the top 3 have not pitted. Was Jay Hings has already pitted, then he's up the inside track position on Movement, and he has done it already. That just shows what the fresher tyres are going to do. Marsky is on the soft tyre, and he is going to be quite quick as well. Swanshanks is a second back already from his adversary in 7th position there. So Smith and Mighty would like to get past ASAP here as they come over the brow of the hill, and we have got 3-4 cars there, and we've also got the battle for the lead. There's Dr. True Potts is gone for already, and that looks like the medium tyres that could be off. Oh, and look at that, that is TK on the outside. Dr. True Potts breaks it quite a bit earlier by the looks of things, and Moomin has dropped up behind Marsky as well. Luke is past, so is Smith and Mighty passes Swanshanks and Moomin, New Potato getting past Swanshanks as is Sloppy second. Over to the top 10, both Ferraris, that's important. Vestier, of course, the championship rival of New Potato in 13th. He's been out of this one for the opening stage of this race with a drive-through penalty. And now he's back in this that safety car. He's going to be able to do more overtaking though. Is Vestier penalty there. New Potato has just got past Smith and Mighty. What about Sloppy seconds? Also getting past Smithy and Mighty as well. Smithy is not is struggling by the looks of things. The drivers around him are on a softer compounded tyre, which might be, and that Williams is very close to the house there. The softer Smith and Mighty is getting overtaken left, right, and centre here because he is on the softer tyre. The harder compound tyre. Luca on the outside into the bus stop chicane. He should break much later. He has broke much later. Up into 6th position there. Vesser again past Swanshanks as well and moving himself up to 12th there. Vesser 12th, Swanshanks down to 13th there. The fresher rubber is really helping these drivers out. Serious Mushroom losing up. Then Marsky is also through as well. Serious Mushroom there, unfortunately, not pitting, and now he's going to really feeling the pinch of those old tyres now. And look at that then. Now Dr. True Potts is now next on Jay Higgs's hit list there as they go over the brow of the hill. But I think Hings is going to be more concerned about Marsky as well. Marsky, we're on board with him then, and look at this, and it's going to get past True Potts. They have there, and they go up to Lake Com. Oh, that's not a very good camera shot, but Jay Hings is through. Marsky is trying to go through as well, but no dice room. There's TK who leads by half a second there. There's Hings, he's the highest runner on fresher medium tyres at the moment. Oh gosh, I've got to take a bit of a breath because that was a breathtaking restart to the Belgian Grand Prix. So TK at the moment now, 2/10 of a second away then, 1/10 of a second away then is Jay Hinks is just eating into TK. There he is there, and he's going for it. Oh my goodness me. But TK closes the door. He has every right to do so, of course, as we got Moomin who's lost out to Sloppy Seconds there. Sloppy Seconds on the outside pass there. Moomin there is going to try and hang it out there. He's gone deep for Moomin outside, but Sloppy Seconds almost coming together there. There's a gravel truck which very much sucks you in there, doesn't it? Scooby Stew off the circuit. Oh, he's in the wall quite heavily there. Scooby Stew is there. VSC and Vasco de Vessier was just about to overtake. I think Sick as Mike. He's had to hold back then ever so slightly. VSC up then. So what is this going to be doing for the? Is the driver's going to come in the pits then? Lap 10. TK is in the pit. TK is using this and disqualification there for Scooby Stew out of the race. So the car has been cleared then, so we don't think we're going to get a safety car here, but a VSC then, and drivers are going into the pits. There's a lot of drivers into the pits. Hings, Marsky and Sloppy Seconds and Smithfield Mighty have all elected to stay out, as is Vessier as well, winning up into 6th position. TK, the former race leader, coming out of the pits now. That's a full safety car, that's why, goodness me. So we got a full safety car in this race, goodness gracious me, and as you can see TK out in 10th position, and now Dodge True Pots on the hard tyres, Special on the softs, Luke on the hard. There is so many tyre strategy out there, I absolutely love it. This is a fantastic tyre strategy race, oh my goodness me. Wow, absolutely mega stuff. I'm getting caught up with my cables again. Mega stuff, and so now the shoe is on the other foot, so to speak, isn't it? Now the shoe is on the other foot here, so we have got Jay Hings, Marsky, Sloppy Second, Smithfield Mighty, Vessier, Winnie, Vintage, Kaz and Styles have all elected to stay out, so they're on the older tyre now. On the newer tyres is TK, is Dr. Truepot, Serious Mushroom, Luke, New Potato, Sick as Muck, Moomin and Swanshanks. So it's basically the other way around that. However, Serious Mushroom has the team in the Alfa Romeo have put the wrong tyres on Serious Mushroom, and that is a bitter blow indeed, that he's gone on soft tyres, and Serious Mushroom did not want to be on the soft tyres. I assume that Mushroom wants to be on the hard to go to the end of this race there, and Mushroom is very unhappy with his team there, and I don't blame him at all. That is going to be crucial. TK also gone on softs as well here, so yeah, I'm surprised though. I'm actually surprised that a couple of other drivers gone on the soft tyres, because I thought that I thought that what am I saying? I don't know. I thought everyone would have gone to the hard tyres, to be honest. Must say, unless there's another safety car, I am baffled by the amount of soft runners here. That's exactly what I was trying to say, Tango. I was trying to spit it out, but I struggled there. Yes, I am surprised about the amount of soft tyres that is out there at the moment. I thought they would have just gone on the hard tyres to the end of the race there, so I'm quite surprised by this. This will be a shorter safety car period then, because the Crocodile is much more bunched up there. The question I got is Serious Mushroom going to have a word with his team then and come back in the pits, throw on a set of hards here? I do think that well, no, I'm not going to say anything then. Well, actually I will say I think that the hard tyre did someone just back off to keep out the safety car, Luke's ass then? I don't think so. I think that the safety car has to be out for at least 2 laps, isn't it, before it comes back in, and the Crocodile was quite bunched up anyway, so I don't think anyone backed off, to be honest then. But Luke has actually mentioned that looks like that him and Vessier have had some issues there, but I'm not sure. Luke's in 14th position, so that's unless the stream's a bit peaked on again. I'm not sure. Interesting. I'm not sure how. Unless he's seen on the trap map there, Luke did. He's sitting at Vessier backed right off potentially. Well, Vessier's still on the medium tyres. Well, the safety car's out. I would expect the safety car to stay out for that lap anyway, and then come in at the end of this lap. I think there's Jay Higgs with the all-black car. Then that looks quite nice, doesn't it? Looks like a test car, doesn't it? Really? Who had an all-black test car? I'm trying to think now. The Honda had the all-white test car, didn't they? But who had the all-black? That's going to really annoy me now, isn't it? I think it was one of the newer teams, wasn't it? One of the new teams back in the early 2000s that had an all-black car. I can't remember what team it was now. That's going to really annoy me. Of course, Honda had the all-white one. Toyota had the like a white in red one, didn't they? Which is quite cool as well. There's been a lot of really cool test liveries, haven't they? I did like the McLaren test livery back in 2006 they had, and also they used the same one in 1997 as well. But excitingly, I think very few are going to not have to stop again. The strategy spectacular continues, Ted Tango is saying. I love it. It is certainly going to be a strategical race now, isn't it? How long are your tires going to last for? There's going to be drivers that are going to stay out there and trying to eat those tires to the end. Other drivers are going for an attack of strategy here, and they're probably going to have to pit again there, but they're going to be going for some quality laps and safety cars in the end of this lap then. And away we go then. I saw that too, Luke. Then I take it it's softs isn't the right tire now. Moomin is saying, laugh out loud. That is Moomin is on the harder tires. I'm not, yeah, I'm not sure who backed off then, but I didn't see anyone backing off then. But doesn't mean that didn't happen there because yeah, I miss a lot of things to be fair. But the one thing I do not miss is lunch. Lap 12 out of 22. We got about 10 laps to go in this Belgian Grand Prix, the longest circuit on the calendar. 2 retirements. Kiki out of the race. Unfortunately, Kiki has ended his podium run, and Scooby Stew out of the Grand Prix as well. And Scooby Stew was hoping for a good result here tonight, but unfortunately had an issue at the chicane there and was in the barrier. We're back racing, so Jay Higgs leads there with Marsky in second. Marsky has got 6 lap old soft tyres here, then going to be past their best. I'm surprised Marsky didn't come in, to be honest. Sloppy seconds in third position with Smithfield Mighty in fourth at the moment now. And Smithfield Mighty might be the happiest here because he is on 7 lap old hard tyres. He does not need to stop again, I don't think. Well, that is going to be a long run actually to the line, isn't it? Goodness me. He's got to do another 10 laps on those hard tyres. He's going to have to do 17 laps there. Him, Winnie and Vintage there. Goodness gracious me. But I think that they would have to be trying to go to the end surely. And that would be a very good strategical call there. Vestier now going to fourth now. We got a couple of penalties there, which is on the tower. We'll have a look at that as well. Marsky all over the back of Jay Higgs. He needs to get past quite quickly here. True Potts is past Hungry Styles. We've also got New Potato, Alibi, and Alibi's not in this race there, so he's just dropping down the order. Sticker Smoke Moomin is through as well. Swanshank's down the back of the field. TK has got past Vintage on the fresh soft tires and has made his way up to 7th position. There he goes then. Well, let's take a look and see what Sirius Bush can do. Also on the soft tires as well. New Potato also on soft tires. And Dr. Troop on the yellow flag as there's a Styles crawling there. And Dr. Troopot's almost on the curb. He's on the curb there. He kept well held, sir. That was an incredible car control for Dr. Troopot. TK's past Winnie. But I thought Dr. True Potts has gone there. He's all over the back of cars. He's going to be up the outside there. Oh, gosh, there. And very good driving indeed then. Brilliant stuff. Look at this at the bow at the front then. 6/10 of a second there. Well, no, actually, it's here then. It was sloppy seconds now all over the back then. Serious Russia's got past Cars. There he goes then. Cars, unfortunately, might be struggling at this road then, unfortunately. New Potato getting past Luke. There he is. And New Potato on the outside. But Luke has got back past as well. Luke on the hard. Soft tires for New Potato. Up the inside into the bus stop chicane there. And who's that coming in? Sickers Mug there. A day lane $1 short. And up the inside again then Sickers Mug there. Goodness gracious me that they're locking wheels here. This again very juicy indeed then. Across the start finish line. Sickers Mug on the outside. He's passes Luke. And he's going to try and get past New Potato as well. New Potato's got wide contact again there. Oh no! Luke out of the race. Oh my goodness me. And unfortunately it's a safety car. And oh dear, that is not good at all. I think Luke was an innocent bystander in that one, but that is, you could kind of see that there was getting a bit fruity, weren't they? Just taking a look down there. So someone went wide into turn 1 there, and then of course Sickers Mark, New Potato locked horns, and something happened behind as well. I've got to be honest, that is a really rubbish description, but that's all I know at the moment. But whatever the case may be, Luke out of the race there. He was seemingly forced into the wall in that instance there. Goodness gracious me. Luke saying, at least I get to eat my dinner, I guess. And Luke out of the race, unfortunately, after that unfortunate incident into the support pit wall there. That didn't look very fruitful at all, to be fair, did it? So I think that there might be some investigation on that one after the race there, because that didn't look very good either. It didn't look very healthy. However, what is healthy for Luke is that he gets to eat his dinner before at 9 o'clock then, which isn't too bad, is it really? So I suppose that's the only saving grace, really. Safety car out. We'll have another short safety car period because the crocodile is still quite bunched up here. I think now then it's an opportunity for drivers then to come into the pits. He didn't come to the pits last time. Who is going to come into the pits is quickly. I was looking forward to the end of that race end of that race, Luke was saying as well. So unfortunately, that is not the way that Luke would have wanted to end this one tonight. Marski has come into the pits this time around. Sloppy Seconds is into the pits. Vessier in the pits. Smithy Almighty in the pits. They're all coming into the pits. Dr. True Potts has elected to stay out here. He is on very young medium tyres then. So I think that might be a no-brainer. Oh, well, on to Danforth. Definitely my last race next week in Zandvoort. And as Kaz got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, unfortunately. Soft runners will have the relaxation of a sign of a jet engine. Now, that they wouldn't have had to try and get to the end then, of course. So Tango, indeed then. So yes, the soft runner's going to breathe a huge sigh of relief now. And look at the amount of soft runners we got out there now. We got Marski, we got Sloppy Seconds, we got Vessier, New Potatoes now with it back up into third position with Sick as Muck in the fourth. Vessier on soft tires, Smithfield Mighty soft, TK soft, Winnie into top 10 soft, Cirrus Mushroom soft, soft tires for Cass, for Moomin, for Swanshanks, Vintage on medium, Alibi's a Ghost, and Stars on the soft as well. Cirrus Mushroom, what is going on then? Unfortunately, we had an incident in the into the support paddock pit wall there, which I would assume will be investigated after the racing, because that didn't look very healthy at all then. Oh, Luke has just said that Mark has said that rain is on the horizon. Whether it will get here in time, of course, Spa does have a microclimate in of its own, doesn't it? But if the rain does get here, that's going to throw another spanner in the works. Jay Hings and Dr. Truepods may have a sinking feeling of some sort, because they got soft tyres right the way down the field now. This is going to get very interesting indeed then. Thank goodness for that. I have a fresh set of soft tyres. I've actually free, laugh out loud. I got nothing to lose. Pace good. Let's get those points then. Someone's had my pants down. Goodness me. I'm serious, Russia. Keep it PG, my good sir. We've got 10 more minutes till the watershed opens. Or closes. I don't know which way around it goes, to be honest. The driver sport, you didn't see the first sprint. so we'll try racing again. Yes, indeed, then, because we did get much action in the sprint. Mainly because I was watching all kinds of nonsense. We get more action in the Grand Prix. I love it. Yeah, same Luke. I saw you're the instant. Sorry about that. Nothing you could do, to be honest. That movie said you're very gentlemanly tonight, aren't you? On this fine Tuesday. Technically, this is my hump day actually tonight, because of course I've got Friday off. Fantastic. Unfortunately, there's no Formula 1 this weekend, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do, to be honest. I might have to, I hate to say it, but I might have to do the word beginning with S, which is certainly not something I'm very interested in. And no, it is not what a lot of you be saying. Absolutely shocking behaviour. It's socialising. My word there. I know that all of you has definitely figured the other S word, which was sleep, which I do a lot of that as well. So we just got Styles in 17th position at the moment, who's at the back of the field. So the top four have not pitted, and Sick as Muck on 5-lap old soft tyres, and so with New Potato as well. New Potato, I feel that New Potato is going to be feeling a bit concerned about this. The championship leader, he's had a horror race in Hungary, now in Spa as well. This race has not gone too well for the Ferrari driver. New Potato is looking very good, very nicely commanding the championship, but it has started to, things have started to really, become a bit challenging in this race. And Drive the Day vote is out now. Marski, New Potato, and Smithy and TK are all in the vote test. So get those votes in, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies, I'm lagging a bit tonight. Goodness me, I think it's so much action that we've had in this in these sprinting Grand Prix over the last 2 days have been absolutely phenomenal, haven't they, here in ALR Formula 1. So hopefully we'll have a action-packed end to the race as well. Hopefully no more safety cars. As much as we love Bernd Mylander, we do not want to see him for the rest of the Grand Prix. I think now what we want to see is race into the end now, don't we? After we've had a very strange event, then the sprint race, which we didn't really see what happened in the sprint race mostly because we was watching all kinds of nonsense. Marsky has a massive opportunity here, being the freshest runner in 5th position. Safety car is in the end of this lap, then Marsky can strike it. He's had a Grand Prix win already in his bronze career, hasn't he? Can he have his second one? I think the last time he won his race in bronze was actually season 3, I think it was, or maybe even season 2 for Marsky. So can he get a win here tonight in bronze? It'll be fantastic if he does that. He started off really well in the sprint race. Remember, he was 40 seconds in front after 8 laps, of course, so we had a problem with the sloppy, didn't we? But can Marsky end well then? I'm fresh in 13th low, not good then. Would say the tyre wear is that great. I'd say he's in the net lead then. Oh my goodness me. So Tango saying that Marsky is in the next net lead then. He just needs to navigate these 4 cars. Can he navigate these 4 cars? Goodness gracious me there. Nothing is a foregone conclusion in Formula 1, is it there? You have to be in it to win it. We race on the track, not on paper. Let's go. Lap 17 of the Belgian Grand Prix. I got a second wind here. Jay Higgins leads the way with Dr. 2 Potts in second. New Potato in third with Siggensbuck in fourth. Marsky 5th, Sloppy in 6th. Vessier up in the 7th, Smithy 8th, TK 9th, and Winnie in 10th position. There are the point scorers at the moment then, as we go for Eau Rouge Radio. At the moment, though, everyone is looking all fine and dandy, apart from Jay Higgs, said he's going to be looking a bit concerned there over his shoulder, because Dr. Drew Potts takes the lead. He has had 3 wins already this season. Can he make it a 4th at the top of Lake Com? Oh, it's New Potato having a sniff there. Not quite a movement. It's got past Cars in up into 12th position as well. And look at this, and New Potato almost losing the front of the car there, but he is still behind Jay Higgs at the moment. He's all over the back. No DRS yet until the end of lap, beginning of lap 18, I think, something like that. Let's get going then. On board down there with New Potatoes. We go down into Puyol as well. 3-second penalty for Winnie. That's going to be costly there for the Mercedes driver. And who is that? They're stopping seconds all over the gearbox of Marsky. Marsky, as Ted Tango has said, that is the highest runner, is in the net lead then on the freshest soft tyres. New Potato has got his come a cropper somewhere. He has lost all kind of momentum now, and Siggensbuck on the outside having a look there, but no Dyson mode. Can Siggensbuck there go up and under? Not quite as we come out of Pro Fair. Goodness gracious me. And we've also got stopping seconds, and if he gets past Marsky, that's crucial in this Grand Prix. He's got past, and Marsky's down into 6th position. Marsky's back up into 5th, and he's back down into 6th, and goodness me. And look at these cars heading through Blanchimont as well, up into the bus. Some sloppy seconds on the outside, and it's past Marsky. He's got the inside. Has he got track position over Siggensbuck? Not yet then. Lap 18 of this race then. True Potts leads and 7/10 of a second. Smith for one. He's set the fast out race. Marsky's positioned his car beautifully for the inside and last horse here. He's done it. He's up the inside. Sloppy seconds in, boxed in, contact there. And Sloppy seconds get his elbows out to get to nudge Marsky out of the way there. Wow, incredible stuff there. Marsky all over the back. Once again, a New Potato 3-second penalty then for the championship leader. That is cruel. That is costly. That Siggensbuck then. We're on board with Siggensbuck there. No, he had that. Marsky almost off the grass there. And the dude Siggensbuck defended there up to Lake Com. And have they all made it through? They have indeed. Vestier's also in this squabble as well. In the Red Bull, Vessier now in 7th position. Wow, incredible stuff. Smithy Almighty just on the prowl as well in 8th position. Up the inside, past the sloppy seconds and up into 6th position there. Marsky still hasn't got past Siggensbuck yet. This must be very frustrating for Marsky. And look at Siggensbuck there defending for all he's worth there. Oh my goodness me, going on the outside down into Puyong as well. And it's Siggensbuck there. I thought he's off the circuit there. And look at this, there's banging wheels going up into the chicane there. Siggensbuck breaking so much there. He's so good on that late break there, Siggensbuck he is very much he's defended for all the marbles then. Oh my goodness me. And is it Siggensbuck has got a 3-second penalty. Whoa! And once again, then Marsky has got the position now. I think he has. He's up the inside through Blanchimont, and it's past that. Sloppy seconds. It's got past Vessier as well. Then look at this queue of cars. The gap is 2 seconds then between New Potato and Marsky. That's music to the ears then of New Potato. But Marsky will be quick now at this stage then. Lap 19 of this race then. I think it is lap 19. DRS has now been enabled. Here comes Sloppy seconds then on the outside of Siggensbuck. Smoke then, as he got the job done then, as Sick as Smoke back up the inside then, diving on the inside and back through. Vestia then is just staying back ever so slightly, but Sick as Smoke is becoming a cork in the bottle here, which these drivers probably wants to get past quickly, but he's not having any of it there in the Aston Martin. Moomin then has got a 3-second penalty. So now we've got sloppy seconds. There is Vessia almost having to take a face of action up into 6th position there. And Vessia is through as well. That is important now for Marsky, Vessia and sloppy seconds here. And that was, whoa, is Sick as Muck there, using a bit of the track we don't rent now. Now TK is up the inside, he is past, sloppy second. Smithfield Marty is through as well. Oh, a bit of a bonk there, oh my word. And up into 8th place there, now Sick as Muck there is a bit of, unfortunately, a bit of a vicious circle now as he is now losing positions there. Hand over fist, serious mushroom all over the back of the Aston Martin there. As Sick as Muck there is really strong on those old soft tyres. He's on the same life of tyre as New Potato. Then we're keeping an eye on Vintage as well, because Vintage is on the medium tyre and potentially could come back into this race later on if the soft tyres start to fall off the cliff. And Winnie and Moomin also getting very close as well. Gap in the front, 6 second DRS has now been enabled. Here is Serious Mushroom on the inside through Blanchemont. He has done it up into 9th position as Sick as Muck has held on very gallantly, but unfortunately, whoa, he's drafting there. Goodness gracious me. I don't think we do draft very often in Formula 1. Contact from the rear there. I think that's Winnie who just went to the back of Sick as Muck ever so slightly, and now we've got Kaz who's having a look as well. Across the grid, Hatchins then to complete lap 20 out of 22 here with just 3 laps to go in this race, and incredible to say the least. Oh, it's I'm not sure if Siggers, but oh, what's happening in the background there is Swanshanks and Cars. I think have come to blows there, and Swanshanks out of the race in the, I think he's carrying on, is he? But Swanshanks is probably unhappy with that. Lead has been changed then, and True Potts in Higgs as swap position. Higgs leads the Grand Prix. True Potts in second. New Potato in 3rd position. The crucial next 2 laps for Marsky. Moomin is now in 10th position there. Vessier, Swanshanks out of the Grand Prix at the top of Rally on there. I think he's going to be feeling hard done by Vessier up in 5th position here. Wow. Absolutely incredible. I have no idea who's going to be on the podium here. Dr. True Potts is going to have to defend. He's trying to defend there from New Potato. New Potato's doing an incredible job on those tyres. And my goodness me, and now Marsky is going to have the advance. On board with Marsky. Can he win the Belgian Grand Prix? Oh my word, absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then on board with Marsky now. He is all over the back of New Potato. Here's we're coming into the final stage of the Belgian Grand Prix. 20 out of 22 here. This has been a brutal race, and it really has indeed as they come through Paul Frere once again. 15 cars remain out to the 20 that started, and we are not expecting rain. Then we heard a bit of a whisper from Luke saying that the rain may be incoming, but I think it may be too late. Then Jay Higgs still leads there with Dodge True Potts second. I'm very impressed actually with the 2 medium runners are still in front. The top 3, I'm very impressed of how they're still in the front of this Crocodile. But look, I bet they're probably thinking of the Jules theme song now. Is look at these Predators. They are all starting to reel these drivers in. Then TK having a look on the inside, past the sloppy seconds and made his way up into 6th position there. Sloppy seconds jumped down into 7th. TK muscling his way through, following past me now up over Radion. Then True Potts got a 3-second penalty. Goodness me, Marsky doesn't even need to overtake these drivers now, does he? But he has to, surely, because Vessier is on the prowl. He is up in the 3rd position now. Marsky is, and Dr. True Potts has taken the lead on the up to the top of Lake Com. True Potts leads. Jay Higgs in 2nd position. Marsky is now in 3rd. Vessier having a look up the inside of his championship rival, New Potato. This is crucial, the World Championship, surely. Incredible, an incredible stint as well from Jay Higgs there on the medium tires, done 15 laps. How is he still in there? Same with New Potato. I'm absolutely impressed with the top 3. I can't believe they're still in front of this Crocodile. Mega stuff indeed there. Mega driving out there tonight. Wow, Dr. True Pot said 5 tenths of a second away from Jay Higgs. I don't even know how Jay Higgs is keeping up with. It's Vessier there, just going a bit of understeer there. I think that's the dirty outcome from New Potato. The penalty as Kaz has gone on medium tyres then, so Gaz is obviously seen something that we haven't out there. I think if it rains now, I think everyone will have to stay out because there's just not enough time. Unless it absolutely buckets it down now. 3-second penalty, there they are, and those are the penalties out there. No one has got anything higher than a 3-second penalty then as we approach the final stage of the Belgian Grand Prix. Driver of the day vote is still up, but how can you vote then with all this action going on? Out of the final turn, Marsky is still in it to win it then with these 3-second penalties. True Potts comes across the line to start the final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. We have DRS available for everyone up to Smith, so Cirrus Mushroom in 9th position, so everyone has got to DRS in the top 8, and so this is going to be very much who is going to lead out of Lecom, could potentially win this Belgian Grand Prix. And look at Marsky, he's dropped back by over a second. I think he still has DRS, but he's had a appalling run there out of La Source, I think. And Jay Higgs has gone for it, he's going for it, he's taken the lead on the final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. Fantastic, absolutely incredible. True Potts is down into second now then with Bliss. Marsky's in the box seats. Marsky's incredible race. We got rain afoot. There it is. The rain has arrived, but it's on the final lap then. I don't think it's gonna. Well, it is gonna cause problems for these drivers. I'm sure of it. Sick as muck. Then he's got 3-second penalty. Vester needs to get past his championship rival, but he's not doing so, is he? And that is crucial. Dr. True Potts said is currently finishing third on the road then with these penalties. At the very least then, but you're so close then with Smithy Almighty Smithy Almighty and TK fighting fights Smithy Almighty, TK and Sloppy all fighting here. Sloppy on the outside, TK fighting, and look at that, Sloppy second has been forced wide there out the chicane. Smith Scuba Stew, it's raining, it is there. Vestier's past the championship rival up in 4th position. That's 2 points out of this championship rival. So Sloppy second is back up in the 7th position. Jay Higgs has gone wide into the bus stop, and out the final turn there comes Dr. True Potts to cross the line first, but it's Marsky who wins his second Grand Prix of his career. He wins the Belgian Grand Prix. Fantastic, absolutely incredible, and Smithy Almighty is on the podium here. Oh my good gracious alive. And Dr. True Potts crucially has got second position. In all that frat car, and it is Vessier who finished 200 of a second behind New Potato, and that is the difference of 2 points then. And at the end of the season, that we could be looking at that and think that could win or lose you the championship there. An incredible race for Marsky. That is his first Grand Prix win in a very long time in bronze. It's his second ever race win in bronze. His first race win in I think it's 2 seasons potentially. Absolutely mega stuff indeed for Marsky. Mega stuff indeed. Stop a second, driver of the day. Marsky gets the driver of the day vote in YouTube. What can I say? Incredible, absolutely incredible. What a show Bronze have put on. And as much as I love F2, I'm kind of glad that it's not on tomorrow because I am absolutely beside myself with the action we've seen here this week. Pretty impressive stuff indeed then. As we'll take a look at the final classification then from the Belgian Grand Prix, and of course that time we actually had a race, didn't we? Marsky, his first race win in well over 2 seasons, maybe even 3. I'm sure his last race win was in season 2 of bronze. Maybe even season 3 or season 2. I can't remember which one it is. Dr. True Potts, a crucial result today, another second position on his resume, and more points has been easing into New Potato's advantage. Smithy Almighty in third, is that first ever podium of his career. Jay Higgs in fourth with TK fifth. Cirrus Mushroom in sixth there. He's a bit disappointed, Cirrus Mushroom. New Potato seventh. Investor and eighth, and the 2 championship protagonists there. Scrubbed away to the very end. Sloppy seconds, ninth. Winnie in 10th. Moving gets fastest up in 11th, but so he still gets a point. And Stars at 12th, Vintage 13th, Alibi 14th, Sick as Muck in 15th, Cars in 16th, Retirements of Swan Shanks, Luke, Kiki, Scuba Stew, and of course Alibi also retired as well. Ow. Well, that was an absolutely incredible race, wasn't it? Indeed, then, and I've seen someone pop into the commentary box. It's Smithy Almighty who is joining me in the commentary box there, and Doctor True Potts has as well. Doctor True Potts said, "I'm going to jump on you as soon as you come in here tonight, then." But what a result then to get second today. But I bet are you disappointed about that 3 second penalty?
Yeah, a little bit, but it was difficult race anyway, and the old mediums against the soft runners. Um, I didn't even know I had two warnings already, so I didn't pay attention, and unfortunately got 3 seconds.
And of course, somehow you didn't make those mediums last day because I thought that the soft tires runners was just gonna drive past you, but it was incredible what you and Jay Higgs was doing up at the front there. Tell us about the final chicane if you can, the bus stop. What happened there? Did Jay Higgs overshoot?
Nah, he let me buy for the championship, because me and him worked together to try and stay out of the soft runners, and he was just being nice to me.
Oh, very good then. Goodness gracious me then. That's exactly like Lando and Carlos. Brilliant stuff indeed. And of course, this is very important in the championship as well because you're eating into new potatoes advantage now, inch by inch. And another difficult day for the championship leader. Do you pay attention to what new potato investor are doing in this races as well?
Uh, yeah, I do honestly, because they are my rivals in it. So I was kind of happy with them not getting a really good result.
I love your honesty there because a lot of people would have just said no. So fantastic. And of course, we go on to Zandvoort in a week's time then. How are you feeling going into that race then? Do you have a strategy of how you might be able to overhaul your two championship protagonists?
Well, it's my home race in it, so I think a win would be nice.
A win would be fantastic, and I hope you get a win as well. Well done indeed, Dr. True Potts there. However, I try not to be biased, but I hope it would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Very good stuff indeed. Great second position today. Brilliant stuff indeed from the Doctor. Let's come to Smithy Almighty, who finished third today. Smithy, I think that's your first ever podium in ALR, and I got to say, you was looking very good in the sprint, albeit I didn't see much of the sprint because I was just watching random cars go around. But in the Grand Prix itself, you looked very comfortable at the top end, in the top end of the points there. And towards the end, then you very much struck with us. They are in top then. But there is one stage where you was on the hard tires there, and was you hoping for there not to be no more safety cars so you could potentially potentially go for a win?
Yeah, to be fair, that was 100% what I was hoping for. But yeah, I don't think I can grumble with the way it worked out.
And this is a massive amount of points as well for yourself in the championship. It's been a pretty difficult start to the season in bronze, and you've had points here and there, but you had some very good points in Hungary, and then tonight you've had your first podium as well. Tell us about your journey to the points if you can, because it seemed to be all about not getting penalties and staying out of trouble then. But tell us about some of your tactics today.
Well, to be fair, I had Father give me a bit of a race engineer as well, so thanks to. But no, to be fair, usually when he does it, I don't score any points. But no, to be honest with you, I think the main aim today was to stay out of trouble, and yeah, the penalties come into play 100%. I think that jumped me up like 3 positions towards the end, so I was a little bit shocked by that. But yeah, just keeping on the tarmac, and making sure I didn't bin it, which I usually do.
And do you think this is now going to open the floodgates for you? Do you think that there's going to be more podiums to come? You look at Kiki. Kiki got his first podium a couple of races ago, and then he went on to score three in a row. Are you hoping for something the same then, where you're going to get McLaren back up in that constructors' order? Because they're currently down in ninth at the moment.
Yes, that's not been a great season for us so far, but Hungry Styles got a podium earlier in the season, so it's kind of like at least I've done my bit now. That was all kind of down to him on the points before, so at least I've chipped in a bit more. But yeah, no, I hope that does create more or better results in the future. But yeah, I'm just going to take it one race at a time. I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself. I know we've got a lot of good drivers in this league, and they've got some real pace on them. So it's just about keeping a level head and wait till next race and seeing what we can do.
Fantastic stuff. Well done today, Smith and Mike. Brilliant job indeed. And Marski, then a Grand Prix winner once again. Then this is your second Grand Prix win of your career in bronze. In bronze, Marski. Now I think your first win was like season 3 or season 2. So it's been a long time coming there. But my goodness me, I remember Ted Tango saying in the comment section that you was very much going to be in it to win it. You was the highest runner on the soft tires, but you played this race absolutely to perfection throughout today.
Yeah, it's been a very long time coming. I can't even remember my first one where it was, but yeah, super stoked with the win.
And of course, you didn't get any penalties. How difficult was it not to get penalties around this circuit? Because you've seen your rivals getting penalties here and there. I think the last person to get a penalty, I think, was Jay Higgs potentially. Then was at that moment was you thinking, yes, I've got this, I've got this.
A little bit, yeah. It did make me a bit more nervous, and then I went over the lines myself and had my second warning. I was like, oh no, I'm going to get another warning and fuck it up. But yeah, I thought keep it clean like I usually do, and I don't really want to win it on penalties, but it's been a long time since I've got a win, so I'm going to take it.
Oh, definitely. I would take it as they come, to be honest. I'm still bragging about my second podium in Mexico, and I did not deserve that by any stretch whatsoever. And also, did you think about potentially sitting back and just like, with all the drivers in front now penalties, that you was like, I don't need to overtake now? Or was you not thinking that? Was you thinking, no, I can't do that because of the challenge from behind you?
Yeah, I thought I had to keep going. I knew the guys ahead want older tyres, and B Visor was on the same tyre as me, and I know he's quicker than me, so I thought I've got to get as far ahead as possible before he gets behind me.
And towards the end of that race as well, it was getting very fruitful with some of the drivers on the older tyres there. How nervous was you about not getting involved then? Because these wings do break quite easily at top speed then. How concerned was you about going for the overtake or not going for the overtake?
There's a certain individual I got a bit concerned with, Scissor. He'd left me no space whatsoever constantly, and I know he's had a few run-ins, so I was, to be fair, on the straight when he left me no space, I was expecting to be a DNF, but I stuck with it, and thankfully it paid off.
It certainly did then. By the way, I'm not sure if you've seen the stream, but earlier on, I was watching a completely different race over now. So you won the sprint by 40 odd seconds, which is fantastic. So you got a double win tonight. But I don't know what happened there. But in terms of this race tonight, in terms of the Grand Prix itself, and this is a major set of points then as well. It's not just a win. Then you also get 25 points as well, and you're getting yourself right into the heart of that top 10. What is the as we come into the second half of the season, what is your main objective then for the remainder of the season?
Try and score as many top 5 finishes as possible. I know some of the guys are a lot faster than me are going to take up majority of the podium positions unless something drastic happens like this race, safety cars and penalties change the grid a bit. But yeah, just try and score as many points as I can and hopefully keep working hard and be a consistent podium sitter.
That's what I like to hear. Well done indeed, Marski. Great drive then. Your second Grand Prix win of your career in bronze then. Congratulations to Smith Almighty with his first ever podium. And Dr. Truepot's well-measured drive then to get second today and home in on the championship leaders. And it's a big day in the championship. It's been superb. No Formula 2 tomorrow because I'm now going to hibernate until Sunday. We are back for ALR for Zandvoort, I think, and cannot wait for that. Dr. Truepot's aiming for a win in his home Grand Prix. How about gold as well? Of course, we still remember that clash between Boxtel and Percy last season, and silver is also on a knife edge as well in terms of the championship. We'll see you then. More action from Sunday. Goodbye.